Good afternoon again, Watauga. It's time for my weekly update on where we stand with our battle against the COVID-19 virus. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020, and it's the first day of our journey back to what I hope will become our new way of our old life. We'll start again with Tarrant County Public Health Department's most current numbers. As of today, we have 2,388 cases. 142 new cases today, 551 recovered, and unfortunately there have been 69 deaths. Watauga's numbers, well, they're up also. We're up to 16 total cases now, with 2 recoveries. The increase in numbers is not surprising. As I've said before, we expect the numbers to continue to rise because of increased testing. Tarrant County now has more test sites coming online, and those test sites are getting better and able to process more tests each day. So it just goes without saying, more test sites, more tests, and those numbers are going to go up. Now, if you want information on testing, what it takes to get tested and where you can be tested, you can go to the website covidtesting.tarrantcounty.com and follow the links there. So, if we're opening up in phase 1, yet our numbers are going to go up, how are we going to monitor this? Well, the city's numbers are monitored each day by the county. So they're going to watch for hotspots. The other way we're going to monitor them is through hospital bed availability. That was the probably biggest thing that hurt places like New York City, for example. They just ran out of hospital beds. Fortunately for Tarrant County, we have not had that problem. We've had excellent planning, monitoring, and supervision by Tarrant County's public officials that has prevented that. So, where do we stand? Right now, our hospital bed availability is at 43%. Of that, less than 5% are COVID-19 patients. So, this is one of the reasons that in phase 1, we've opened up the hospitals and the clinics to elective surgeries and non-essential surgeries. But we will continue to monitor these as we move forward. Monitoring these numbers will help us as we prepare to move into phase 2 of opening Texas. So, what's new as we move forward with reopening Watauga? Many of the businesses deemed non-essential are now allowed to open with limitations. I'm not going to go into what all those limitations are because there's just far too many of them for me to cover. But Governor Abbott issued executive orders GA-18, GA-19, and GA-20. Those executive orders are available at our city website under COVID-19 updates, and they spell out exactly how we will move forward. In a nutshell, the biggest areas are retail and restaurants. They're allowed to open at 25% of their rated occupancy. Churches are also allowed to reopen, but again with restrictions on their occupancy numbers. The city is working with all of our local businesses to assist them as much as possible, and we ask that you support them as much as possible also. Now, keep in mind that not all businesses are going to reopen at this time. The limitations on occupancy may not fit their business model. That is their option. Occupancy numbers will increase as we move into phase 2 though, so hopefully those businesses will be able to open then. Now, like the governor's plan, we are reopening the city back up in stages. City offices will be fully staffed starting the 4th of May. Starting on the 11th of May, we will reopen City Hall, Public Works, the Police Department, and the Animal Shelter to the public. The Rec Center will open with very limited operations, and the library will begin offering curbside services. Visit these departments' Facebook pages or the city website for more information. Also keep in mind that you will be required to wear a mask anytime you are in any of the city facilities. Now, even though restrictions have been eased, it's not a time to let your guard down. We can still have a relapse, for lack of a better term, and we certainly don't want to go backwards after all we've been through. So, recommendations from your emergency management team as well as other public health officials. Don't venture out unless necessary, especially if you're in a high-risk category. We strongly recommend that you wear a mask and gloves when you do venture out. Keep in mind, some businesses will mandate masks and gloves. That's their option. Continue to follow the recommended guidelines on hygiene. And in closing, I again want to thank everybody for their support and understanding throughout this ordeal. Compliance with all the recommended guidelines and the directives helped Tarrant County and Watauga get through this. And even though we're moving forward, we're still not totally out of the woods. So let's not forget your family, your friends, and your neighbors. We all still depend on each other. So let's ensure that Watauga remains a great place to live. Thank you.